Good morning from a different location. We're in my bathroom, and oddly, it's better lighting without lights than with lights. So I feel like you can see actually more skin this way. It's odd. So we're gonna go with this, and hopefully you can see, but we're gonna go through my skincare routine and also do a little baking today. So I'm just gonna start with a little bit of the Bite Beauty Agave mask. So I just keep it in my skincare caddy, and we'll be working out of that caddy. If you were on Instagram Live with me, we kind of went through this together and organized it because it was a disaster. I do keep everything in here, so it's kind of organized, and then I can tuck it under the sink when I'm done. So I really like that because it keeps the clutter away when I do remember to put it back where it belongs. So we're gonna go in with toner first, and I'm gonna show you this little organizer I have for the Shiseido cotton pads because they fit really well in this one, and then just Q-tips on this side. I got it at Target, I think. I'll see if I can find it or something like it, but I really like that. So we're gonna go in with the toner, Lancome Comfort, and I use the Peter Thomas Roth, and it just leaves a tight feeling on my face when I'm out of the shower, so you can see it feels like, yeah. So we're gonna go in with this. I'm just gonna put it on the cotton pad here, about this much. Oh, that's a little bit much, but I know someone had a question about this, if they needed to apply it with a cotton pad, and I actually researched it on the Lancome site to see what they recommend, and they do recommend using a cotton pad with this because it also helps remove excess debris or any leftover makeup that maybe didn't get washed away with the cleansing process. So because I think someone was using a pad and they said it was just sitting on top, if you have a kind of a porous pad like this one, then it will absorb it without rolling off the top. But I can see if you have one of those coated cotton pads that it'll kind of roll off. So I just get that on. It really just balances my skin out and takes away that tight feeling. So I do a lot of exfoliating, which leaves my skin extra dry, but I'd rather have it that way and then have a nice texture. But we're gonna go in with this while I let that kind of just sit in for a second. I'm gonna go in with the Bobbi Brown Extra Repair cream because my under eye area also feels dry, and I'm quite generous with this under the eye area. So I kind of let it sit. Now I put more on in the evening than I do during the day, and I just let it sit and absorb. So I go all the way. I don't put it on my eyelids though, especially in the day for application of makeup. It's a little too emollient for that. And plus I don't really have dry eyelids, so I just place it underneath like this. I've been trying this out, Niacinamide Brightening Toner by Good Molecule. So I just drop a few, like, how many was that? 4 or 5 drops onto my hand, and I just pat it and kind of get it into the skin. Really gently just apply it. So it does say you can use a cotton pad or just use the palms of your hands, which is what I'm doing. I feel like with the more liquidy type products, I like to apply them just straight with my hand because otherwise a lot does get absorbed into the cotton pad, and then I feel like it's not used as well as it could be. Next thing is this Clé de Peau Concentrated Brightening Serum. This is probably the most expensive of the items I use. I'm just gonna go in with a half a pump here. Oh, by the way, we're gonna bake today. So we're gonna do a flourless chocolate cake. I saw it on YouTube. I don't know how it ended up on my home feed, but it did. I think maybe, no, was I looking up something for baking? Anyway, once you start looking at one thing, you know how it starts giving you other videos you might like. So this one popped up. It was a 2-ingredient flourless chocolate cake. I thought I'd try that. So we're gonna bake together today. We're gonna go in with this next by SkinCeuticals. It's called CE Ferulic Combination Antioxidant Containing 15% L-ascorbic acid, 1% alpha tocopherol, and 0.5% ferulic acid. This is the Prevent. So this one is geared towards normal, dry, and sensitive skin. So I'm gonna go in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drops. So it's a liquid, but it's also got a little bit of like an oily kind of slip to it. And this was sent to me complimentary by skinstore.com for trial purposes. So they sent it to me. Actually, they asked me if I wanted to try it and if I would post a before and after just to show results. So I've been using this for a month, and ever since they sent it to me, actually over a month, I've been using it day and night. And some of the benefits that are included are, of course, anti-aging. I told them I had issues with spots and just anything anti-aging in general. So it's supposed to be a brightening serum that also helps take care of things like fine lines and wrinkles, although I feel like I'm not at that point where I really have that yet, but if I can do anything preventative for that, that helps too. And then it's supposed to help with like firmness, which is probably what I've noticed the most with this. In terms of brightening, as you know, this whole thing has been years in the process of trying to get rid of these darker spots, which I think they're looking pretty good now, at least much better than they used to look. I was not willing to give up though my other brightening items, so I did keep those in there. I just incorporated this. I do put on quite a bit for my skin, but it is quite resilient too. So depending on your skin type, you just want to be careful about what you're putting on your skin. So make sure you consult a dermatologist first. But back to this, I'll put the side by side in here now, and I think you could see that the brightness really, there's maybe a little bit around the cheek area, and then I think on the forehead it looks a little bit more like the spots are not as solid. It's kind of like dissipated a little bit. Still working on this area right here, but most of all I do feel more like firmness and plumpness. So that's what I get the most out of this. I'll continue using it to see how well it takes care of this, but they do have an offer for you if you wanted to try this. This is not an ad or a paid promotion, but they did send this to me. But if you do want to go to skinstore.com and take a look and see what they have, maybe they have some skincare lines you already use. So if you spend $166 and above, put in the code GRACE, you will get 2 deluxe samples of this if you wanted to try it without committing, because like me, I like to try things out before I invest in them. You'll also get a 15 ml SkinCeuticals Hyaluronic Acid Intensifier. So if you're interested in any of those things and you're getting skincare anyway, you can head over there and do that. Yeah, it's a really nice addition to what I've been doing. Like I said, I'm not willing to eliminate things to try it, but I'm willing to integrate them to see if they are an added benefit to my skincare routine. Yeah, I'm really liking the like the texture of my skin now and the plumpness. So this dark spot thing, that will be a thing I'm gonna be working on for a long time still. So speaking of dark spots, we've got the Simple Beauty Spot Corrector Skin Brightener. And I just take a little bit of it and I put it on just these spots. So I kind of spot correct. And I used to have a lot more here, and I really don't have them here anymore. So it's nice. We're gonna go in with my daily Ultimate Miracle Worker SPF 30. This is the daytime one. And I'm quite, again, generous here when I add my cream because I like my skin to be really hydrated. So I do, of course, like to wait before applying too much makeup or else it doesn't apply as well. So I've got to let that absorb. Ideally, like 45 minutes, an hour is good. I do keep my total eye and my even up in this little caddy here. So I'm going to apply this under my eyes. Then I just start with makeup as usual, even up. I'll go in with that and then do my daily. Actually, I kind of reduced. I know I did everyday makeup, but now my everyday makeup looks different because it's everyday at home makeup. So let me know if you want me to do an everyday at home makeup. I'll be wearing it later today anyway, but let me know if you want me to show you that because it's a little bit more pared down than it used to be. But I'm gonna put my makeup on and then we're gonna get to some baking. So now we're gonna attempt a 2-ingredient chocolate cake, or I guess it's a flourless chocolate cake. And I saw this on the internet, so I thought I'd try it, but I only wanna make 1/4 of the portion that they created. So I kind of like cut things in 4s. So I think, I better check how many eggs, but I think this one called for 4 egg yolks. So then I just wanna use 1 egg. So this called for 10 grams of semi-sweet dark chocolate chips. I don't have those, but I have semi-sweet chocolate chips, little mini ones. So I'm just taking like 1/4 of that bag because it's 340 grams or 12 ounces. So I'm taking 1/4 of those. I'm gonna melt those and then I'm gonna take 1 egg and see if I can get the egg whites to do what I need them to do with just 1 egg. So we're gonna experiment. We're just gonna cook it in this. I've got it lined with parchment paper already. So I'm just gonna get a mini one and see how it goes before I waste all the chocolate chips. But yeah, I think the guy was saying that you might think this is gonna turn out to be a chocolate flavored omelet, which, yeah, because it's just chocolate and eggs. But I'm gonna try it and then we'll see if what it tastes like. Okay, so I've gotta melt this first. So I'm gonna melt it in the microwave, but I have everything else ready to go, I think. The oven's heating 350, so let's see how it goes. Okay, so the chocolate has melted. I just did it in the microwave at like 20 seconds at a time and I kind of watched it I can see how this would be much better if you had some higher quality chocolate, but this is all we got. So I'm gonna put that aside. I'm going to separate the egg. See how that goes. Save the yolk because we'll need the yolk as well. I'm gonna take the egg and I'm supposed to mix it in here. Gosh, I feel like it's gonna cook this egg, but let's see how it goes. Okay, and then I'm going to, look, I found a spatula. I'm going to fold in the egg whites. I wanna get all that chocolate though. Folding it in, or what I think is folding. I'm sure there are chefs out there who know how to do this much better than me. I'm just trying to incorporate them. Let's put it in and let it bake. Okay, I think we have enough for another one. Okay, I don't know if that's gonna be enough, but oh well, we're gonna find out. Okay, I think that one's gonna turn out better than this one, but let's put them in the oven. Again, 350. Okay, just wanna double check and see how long it's supposed to be. Cooking time, 30 minutes. Is that how long? Are you leaving in there? I think I have to watch the video. I'll link the video below. By the way, who is eating more or less during this time? Because I'm either eating all the time or not enough. Like it's almost 2:30 in the afternoon and I had a piece of cheese and some almonds and I've totally lost track of times. Okay, so he said half an hour for cooking, but it was a fourth of the size. So I'm sure that's gonna impact how much it needs to cook. So we'll see. But yeah, I was just saying I've gotta get on an eating schedule because I'm forgetting to eat. And then by the time I remember, it's like too late at night. It's like 9, I'm eating dinner, which is not good because it's too close to going to sleep. So let me know if you've been eating more or less during this time. Me, I count both. This week, just not eating as much. Last week was eating too much. So let's wait for this to come out. I'm gonna test it though. I'm gonna assume that the same test that you do for regular cake, I'm putting like a toothpick in or like a skewer to just check. So I'm gonna give it, I don't think I'm gonna give it a quarter of the time. It's very small though compared to the cake they did. Maybe I'll give it like 15 minutes and check. I think I'm gonna eat some leftovers. So we have wild rice, kale, edamame, and some steak that we had, and I'm just gonna heat that up and eat that for my lunch. Oh my gosh, it smells and looks like cake. It was a little bit like fluffier at first. It's still hot though, but it looks like cake. That's amazing. The other one doesn't look as good. I'll show it to you. It looks more like a cookie. So I wish I had powdered sugar because I would dress it with powdered sugar if I did, but I don't. So this is just how it's gonna be. I wonder if I can get it to come out because the guy had like, he turned it over and then he put it on a plate and put powdered sugar, which makes everything look pretty, but I don't have powdered sugar. Maybe I could do like powdered cocoa. I'll try that. Yeah, let's see if we can make it look nicer. But after this, really, I'm gonna edit my video that's going out tomorrow. I'm not nearly done with it, so it's a lot of work. And then I think that's all I'm gonna do, and then make dinner and clean some more. But that's pretty much it for my day, even though it's only what, 3 o'clock. Yeah, editing takes a lot longer than maybe I expected it to take. I think I could edit forever though. I told this when I met Michelle in Las Vegas. I told her everyday edit's more like because I edit videos every day. If I had a video, if I had 2 years to do a video, I would be editing it every day until 2 years. So it takes me, I don't know why it takes me so long. It takes me a long time. Yeah, and then we're gonna have dinner. I made some pasta last night, but I used chickpea pasta. So it's just chickpea flour. And so really trying to keep things low carb and just as healthy as possible, even though we're at home. But I'm oddly getting used to being at home. So now going out seems kind of like a strange thing to do. I'll put an insert of this dressed once it cools off. It's gonna be a little while before it cools off, and then I'll make like a little, I'll make it look nice and insert a picture. Oh wait, I was gonna go, but I thought maybe you wanna see what this tastes like, right? Okay, see what it tastes like. I'm gonna take the one that didn't do so well and just see what this tastes like. So it looks like this. It tastes like a flourless chocolate cake. Oh my gosh, that's really good. It tastes a little bit of the egg, but I think if you get like a darker chocolate, oh look at me. If you get a darker chocolate, That's pretty good. I can see if you get a really high quality chocolate though, that's gonna be really nice. Okay, so I didn't have any fresh fruit. I only have frozen fruits. Those are frozen berries, frozen blackberries, and then I didn't have any powdered sugar, so that's just powdered cocoa. But that's what I had, so that's what I used. But yeah, that's it for now. So I hope you enjoyed this vlog. Again, take advantage if you are gonna buy skincare anyway and you were interested in that product. I think you can see like the smoothness of the texture of my face, like the smooth quality, and it's kind of like plump. Even though I put powder products on it, I was just looking at it in the light here. So even under makeup, that's why I think skincare is so important, because underneath makeup, you can see still the quality of the skin. So if you want to check out that product and you already buy skincare, just go to theskinstore.com and check for your things you already buy, and then you could get a couple free trial samples and see how it works for you. But I really do like the plumpness of my skin these days. So if you enjoyed this video, if you learned something, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.